It's the Celebrity MasterChef semi-finals.
Yeah, I've got a fighting chance. Of course I have. I have to think like that.
These celebrities are all passionate about food.
Not really sure what I'm doing here, and I'm a little bit scared.
We're looking for that exceptional cooking style. Someone who's more than just a good home cook. Someone with that extra something special.
I'm okay with pressure, I think.
"36 celebrities have given everything to reach this stage of the competition. Now, only the 6 best cooks remain.
These are the 6 with the best skill, the best knowledge, the best palate and the best touch.
But at the end of this episode, 2 of these celebrities will be going home.
If I was to go home after semi-finals, I'd be pretty disappointed to come this far. I truly do really want it.
I do have a definite desire to get to the finals, of course I do. I want more challenges, bring them on.
Semi-finals of MasterChef, blimey. Bit nervous, bit worried. Let's just get in there and get it started.
It feels like there's really loads of pressure, but it'll be an amazing experience.
This is where I can really kind of test myself, see what I've got, really. I could go the whole way, as long as I organise myself, yeah.
I do think you get more nervous because, you know, the pressure's on. Oh, I'd love to get to those finals, yeah.
Every time you come into this kitchen, the pressure increases. Who's going to show the skill? Who's going to show the determination? And who really wants this competition?
The celebrities are about to face the first of 3 tests based around comfort food.
Welcome to the semi-finals of Celebrity MasterChef. We have devised a few tests for you in order to whittle you down from 6 to 4. Today, we want from you a pizza. Ladies and gentlemen, 40 minutes, let's cook.
The celebrities can use any of the ingredients provided, which include chicken, salami, ham, mozzarella, blue cheese, onions, tomatoes, olives and chilies.
Everybody's got their idea about what makes the perfect pizza. The balance has to be right, the base has to be crispy, the whole thing has to be luscious. I think actually this is a tough task. Joe McGann is an actor and he comes from a big family and his food reflects that. Really big, really gutsy, delivering huge amounts of flavour. You get a herby, lighter feel, then you just get that paprika, mellow heat. Very good, Joe. Thank you.
But his food can be let down by small errors.
I think it needs a couple more minutes, just to finish off that egg white and just make sure that it's cooked all the way through. There are always little mistakes here and there. We want consistency from Joe.
When the clock starts here, it's real pressure. It's a matter of keeping your head together and not making mistakes.
You're here because we're endeared by your big rustic style.
Thank you very much.
Is there a touch of finesse in that rustic style today?
We'll have to try and find out. I mean, I'll try and find finesse.
Are you confident you're going to make it through?
Right now? Not actually, no. But, you know, we'll see.
You've had 10 minutes already. 10 minutes gone. Jane Middlemas came into this competition and surprised us with the flavours and her ability to be able to cook food that people like to eat.
Sweet, yet slightly bitter. Toffee, sharpness of apple, vanilla in the cream. Absolute delight.
But she's let down by a lack of confidence and poor presentation.
I think it's a really tasty dish. Just make it look like you care about it. For me, Jane has got to present food that looks as good as it tastes.
I'm feeling apprehensive, I think is the word. A little bit like you're standing on a cliff and you have to sort of like go on bungee. That's what it feels like.
Jane, you are wearing your serious cook's face.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Well, it's just quite scary, you know. It's MasterChef, you know, and I'm just going to give it my best. That's all I can give it.
Yuan Thomas is not the most experienced of cooks, but he has got lots of drive, he's got ambition, and he has got lots of natural flair.
Oh yeah, they're spicy. And they should be spicy. I really, really enjoy it.
Thank you.
But sometimes his inexperience is inexcusable.
Rice noodles for carbonara is just wrong. It should be pasta. If he can harness the energy he's got and combine that with the skill he's learnt, the guy is a strong contender.
I'm someone who's competed in front of 100,000 people, week in, week out, running, so, you know, I can definitely handle that pressure. Pressure of a kitchen, I don't know.
The semi-finals of MasterChef, in your wildest dreams?
No, not, if I'm honest, not to start off with, but I feel I deserve to be here and I feel quite at home.
How are you feeling right now?
I like to eat pizza, I've never attempted to make it. I'm thinking down the sort of Hawaiian route, kind of like a meat feast with a bit of a twist.
Yuan, good luck.
Good luck.
See you.
You guys are halfway.
Actress Shaina Ghatri has wowed with some flamboyant dishes.
Showdown, more than anybody, can really deliver big, exciting flavours.
Quite incredible flavour combination, and I think it's an absolute treat.
But at times she can overcomplicate her food.
Your mango salsa by itself has a good flavour. Chuck the whole lot together and it's just too much for anybody to cope with. For me, Shobna's got to stop putting all the flavours she likes onto one plate, and she has to be able to get clarity in her food. Shobna?
Yes.
Semi-final of MasterChef.
This is just like a dream come true. I love cooking and I love the challenges and I like using my brain like this. And secretly, I used to work in an Italian restaurant.
Ah, the secret's out. We're expecting good things from you.
Well, who knows?
Good luck. Thank you, Shobna.
You have 12 minutes left. 12 minutes. Ian Bleasdale has a pride for British produce. The guy has some talent, he has some skill.
Very sweet, lovely cooked salmon, and some crispy yet soft in the middle potatoes. I'm really impressed.
But Ian struggles with timing and when he tries to experiment.
What the hell are strawberries doing in the salad?
Because they taste good.
What, with goat's cheese and toast?
Honest, Gov, yeah.
When Ian gets it wrong, he really gets it wrong. Goat's cheese and strawberries is something I never want to see ever again.
I never thought I was that competitive, but I'm finding the fact that I am actually competitive. And if you're going to do it, you're going to do it to win.
What about your pizza? Tell me about that.
Never made a pizza before, so I've no idea. This is a huge shot in the dark. I want to try and keep it quite simple. If I start going silly now, then it's home time. I don't want to do that.
I mean, it sounds like you might have worked it all out. Well, have you worked it all out?
No, of course I haven't worked it out.
Just 5 minutes left. Wendy Peters is an actress and by far the most skilled cook in the room when it comes to desserts. Wow, what a mouthful. It's just fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
But her savoury dishes have not always been as successful.
As a dish, I feel as though it can probably pack a bit more of a punch.
I want to see the rest of her food reach the same dizzy heights as her sweet dishes do.
For me personally, as I get through the rounds, I get more competitive because I start to see things ahead and I want to go all the way now.
Wendy, what was it like seeing your 5 fellows And how stiff that competition was going to be?
It was very strange walking in because I had no idea that Shobes was here. So it was lovely to see her. But it's scary because I know how good a cook she is.
Tell me how you would feel if you made it through to the final four.
Oh, to the final four would be fantastic. But there again, if you get down to the final four, just makes you more determined to be the final three.
And the final three becomes the
winner!
Only 3 minutes left. That's it. Time's up. Step away from the plates.
First up, it's actor Joe, with his salami, peppers, mushrooms, ham, olive, asparagus, blue cheese and onion pizza.
That shows the pizza dough is not cooked enough.
Absolutely.
Because I can squeeze the actual dough itself.
Yep.
The dough underneath, of course, you can see is pale. Lots and lots of ingredients on top there. It just needs to be stripped back a little bit to be able to give it a bit of clarity.
Sure. No.
It's too wet.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's going sloppy.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Olympian Yuan has topped his pizza with chicken, salami, olives, chilies, pineapple and a fried egg.
It's a very thick pizza, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the base might be too thick.
Your flavours are big and they are defined. I love the spiciness of the chilli and the heat that's coming through the salami and the saltiness of the olive. I actually quite like it.
Thank you.
I love the salami, I like the saltiness of the olive, but it's too big and too doughy. Too big and too doughy.
Actress Shobna's going for broke with a topping of chorizo, 2 types of ham, mushrooms, anchovies, spinach, red onions, peppers, chilies, olives and oregano.
This is what happens when I let my kids order their own pizzas. They just go through the list, ticking off all the things that they like to eat. It's the first pizza I've tasted with real oregano flavour. Then you get into the little olives, okay, you can bear the saltiness of that. Then you're getting into sweet peppers as well. And then all of a sudden you've got a mushroom, and it's a little bit too much. But your base flavours are superb. Very good.
Okay.
I really like the sweetness of the peppers with that tomato base. Just a little bit too much, too many flavours. Let's calm it down a bit.
Actor Ian has chosen to use only a few ingredients. What will the judges make of his ham, mushroom, olive and chili pizza?
I like the salty ham. I love that hint of chilli at the back of it. I think the dough's nicely cooked. I think it's a good pizza.
Good.
Wonderful, wonderful combination. A little bit of chilli heat in there as well, I love. Love what you're trying to do. It's a great pizza.
TV presenter Jane has made a pizza Fiorentina with spinach, olives, blue cheese and an egg.
No.
It's a little bit under.
Yeah.
And it's starting to pull off on the plate here.
Yeah.
The tomato base with the richness of the egg and the spinach is really lovely, but the main issue, of course, is that dough is not cooked through.
I have so much strong blue cheese in my mouth that I'm struggling to taste anything else but the slight hint of sweet tomato, and that's all I've got.
I feel like going home, to be honest.
Wendy is hoping her salami, mushroom, pepper, blue cheese and oregano pizza will pack a much-needed flavour punch.
So good, up to a point. Really deep, rich, sweet sauce, well seasoned, flavoured with oregano. Love that. Then all of a sudden, this acidic blue cheese comes smashing through it like a juggernaut. Such a shame. Such a shame. I mean, I think 4/5 towards an absolutely knockout pizza.
I don't think the blue cheese should be there. Otherwise, not a bad pizza.
Thank you.
This is the semi-finals. I knew they were going to be nervous and they actually made a decent fist of it.
Ian's pizza was good. All that work that went into the sauce, all the work that went into the dough, it had good flavour. But for me, the real star was Yuan. It looked the part, it delivered on flavour. All he had to do was roll that dough just a little bit thinner.
It's funny, I'm undecided about Yuan. Shobna, the flavours were very good. Very, very good.
But we've always liked Shobna's flavours. The issue is she does like to put all the things she wants to eat on one plate.
Jane's pizza wasn't cooked, John.
That pizza needed a good 5 or 6 minutes in the oven longer, and of course, that's the timing issue.
I think we've got to worry about Joe. I mean, that was so wet and soggy, that was an absolute nightmare.
The issue I've got with Wendy is those hunks of blue cheese just became too acidic and wiped away all that great work.
Let's be fair, John. There were a couple of mishaps here, not disasters. It's all to play for. Next up, they are going to a school and they are cooking for the harshest critics possible, and that's young children.
Are they going to get it right? Are they going to work out what the children really want to eat?
I feel like I did really badly in the pizza thing, so it's quite nerve-wracking, actually.
I've got to catch up. I'm all over the place today.
There's always nerves, but nerves is a good thing. At the end of the day, if I wasn't nervous, I'd be worried.
Welcome, good afternoon. You are obviously in a school, and this afternoon you are catering for the after-school club. 39-year-olds. You won't get a more harsher critique than these bunch of kids.
This is the first time you've actually devised your own menu. It's the first time you've actually cooked in volume.
You really don't want the embarrassment of standing by trays and trays of uneaten food.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 hour and 20 minutes, 30 hungry children. Off you go.
The celebrities have each created a 2-course menu which must appeal to the fussy, uncompromising taste buds of 9-year-olds. Whose food will prove to be the most popular?
I cook for kids all the time because I've got one, so him and his mates all the time.
Shobna is placing her faith in a classic shepherd's pie, followed by chocolate biscuit crunchy munchies.
It's a very traditional menu, so my biggest worry is whether they'll actually pick it to eat. I would love some orders. I wouldn't like to be standing there with no orders now.
Shobna's doing shepherd's pie with a potato cheesy crust, and I really think that's a great idea.
After a poor showing in the pizza test, Joe is looking to make up for lost ground with his chicken noodle stir-fry, followed by banana custard.
It's a gamble, I think, the stir-fry, the noodle thing, you know, sort of carrot, celery, broccoli and that kind of stuff, so I hope that doesn't make them turn their nose up.
Chicken noodler, banana custard from Joe. That's a nice menu. That's something the kids would go for. But He doesn't look confident. He doesn't look happy.
I had a bad start this morning and I'm just feeling a little bit behind the pace, but I can maybe make that up here.
You have just under an hour. 1 hour to go.
Jane also had a tough morning and needs her meatballs and chocolate banana split to be a success.
I'm very worried about timing. I didn't get my pizza done on time this morning, and yeah, I'm very worried. Just because of the quantities of the meatballs, I don't think they're going to cook on time. I haven't tested on kids. I don't have kids.
I've never cooked for kids before. Certainly not 20 of them.
Yuan is doing fish, chips and beans and Knickerbocker Glory. That reads like a dream.
My thought process is, I'm a big kid, what would I like? I've just basically thought like a child and hope they like my style.
What about you, young lady? Rolling your sausages?
Yeah, I've got sausage balls again. In a red currant jelly and mustard sauce.
Wow, that's risky. Wendy's cooking little sausage meatballs, which I'm not quite sure about with kids, but she says it's a favourite with her children. Let's see.
Her dessert is flapjacks and strawberry fool.
I'm just worried about stuff not cooking properly. And the problem is every time wherever he opens the oven to put stuff in and take stuff out, it lowers the heat of the oven. It's chaos.
Reduce! Ridiculous, because there's never enough time.
Ian is counting on chicken goujons, followed by marshmallow munchies.
I haven't tried this out on kids. I've had a load of adults round and we had a great time. So I don't know.
It's this wording of goujons that bothers me. That's too grown up.
I'm sure that the kids know what goujons are. I mean, yeah, I would have thought.
Hot coming through.
With 30 minutes to go, Jane still needs to finish her rice and start cooking her meatballs.
Why didn't my rice score? It's really annoying.
You are looking completely stressed. Are you all right?
Of course I'm stressed. I've got to cook for 25 children, and I've never done it before. I've never cooked for children.
Oh, it's not soft. It's going to take forever.
Everybody panicking. Remember, we're British chaps.
It's chaos in there, John. Absolute chaos in that kitchen. They're banging into each other. There are 3 people using the same oven. That door is open every 5 minutes.
Oh, sorry. Oh, my tray won't fit in the oven.
I'll be amazed if all of those contestants get their food out.
As the pressure mounts, disaster strikes for Joe.
No. Can't use those. I'll just have to drastically reduce the portions of my chicken, but, you know, these things happen, I guess.
You have 20 minutes to go.
With the clock ticking, Yuan starts frying his first batch of fish.
Don't do that to me. Why has that done that? Why has that done that? It's stuck to the deep fat fryer. Disaster.
You put the batter and the fish straight in the hot basket. That's sealed and cooked it. You've got to wave your fish in and let it drop. Okay. I don't know what you're going to do now.
I'm going to have to scrap it. Start again. I'm very stressed now. I thought I was under control. This is pressure now. I've got to deal with it.
Calm, slow it down a bit, Yuan.
The celebrities can't afford any more mistakes. Their hungry guests have arrived.
What are you going to have? I'm having a lot. I think I'm having 6. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have.
With the orders coming in, time is running short.
You need to be ready to serve in 5 minutes.
And they've all stuck, but we'll hope in the next 5 minutes that we've got, we didn't have to keep opening the door, they will crisp up.
Having ruined his first batch of fish, can Yuan make the most of what's left?
I lost a lot of fish, so I've had to chop some of the fish down to half the size. I just hope my portions are going to be too big anyway. They're only little kids.
Stay.
Guys, we need these hot dishes up here by the serving counter now.
Now?
Now.
Yuan needs a minimum of 20 portions.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Asbestos fingers.
With just seconds remaining, are Jane's meatballs cooked through?
It's a miracle!
It's a miracle!
Mind your back.
All the food is finally ready. But who will get the most orders?
Okay. Hi guys. Hello. Orders are now in. May I have 7 chicken noodles, please?
You may.
I'm afraid there's no shepherd's pie orders. May we have 9 fish and chips? Four chicken goujons. 1 meatball volcano. And 7 sticky sausages, please. Can we make that quite snappy because they're quite hungry?
I'm delighted I've had 9 orders, so I'm very pleased because it was one step away from being a complete disaster.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
I've got 7 orders, which for a meal that's like very healthy and all of that kind of stuff. I'm quite pleased with that.
I only got 1 out. A bit disappointed.
I'm really disappointed that the children didn't want my shepherd's pie. It's really yummy as well. Never mind. Never mind.
Well, I had fish and chips and baked beans. It was nice. It has chicken and I like chicken and the sauce is nice. Fantastic.
Well, they've all got their food up, that's for sure, and the kids are starting to eat and they're starting to really enjoy it. Yuan's a star. Fish and chips and baked beans, of course it was going to work. Surprisingly, Wendy's sticky sausage meatballs seem to have done better than a normal meatball. Poor Jane, her head's in her hands, she doesn't know what's going on.
She sold 1 dish. John, she looks depressed. She has not had a good day.
Poor Shobna, her shepherd's pie with cheesy top, none at all.
Joe hasn't done too badly at all with these chicken noodles. Puddings! Get on those puddings, please, now.
With the mains finished, can Shobna and Jane rescue the day with their puddings?
That looks really scrumptious, but I don't know whether anybody else will think so. If they don't like that, then we're in trouble, aren't we?
Put it through.
Just having a quick praise myself that I'm going to get some pudding orders. I hope I do.
Meanwhile, Yuan is missing some vital ingredients for his Knickerbocker glory.
Where have I put it? I can't have lost it. There it is. Got it, got it, got it. Right, let's start dishing this bad boy up. I hope the real treat to it is Fizz Whiz popping candy. This is what this stuff is. What 9-year-old wouldn't want that?
We call it marshmallow munchies. What we used to have when I was little. We used to get marshmallows and melt them and put Rice Krispies in. I hope they like it, if they choose it.
Okay, guys, desserts time. May I have 1 banana custard, please? 4 Knickerbocker Glories. No munchy marshmallows, I'm afraid. And I'm afraid no flapjacks. Oh. 4 mini munchies. And 19 hot banana sundaes.
What?
Got a bigger grin now, haven't you? How do you feel?
It's not about winning, Greg. It's about taking part.
Yeah.
It's scary. My heart was beating fast then. I feel much better, thank you.
No, I'm a bit gutted, but I suppose when you have something strawberry up against chocolate, chocolate would win every day, wouldn't it?
It's really nice. Good. It looks so nice. Yeah.
Well, apart from getting the menu totally wrong, it's gone fine.
So this is the best dessert I've ever had. I want to have that now. It looks so good. It's delicious. It's nice and chocolatey. My mum's cooking is better.
When they start coming back.
We have some winners and we have some losers, that's for sure.
We've got some smiles, but we've got lots of very, very tired celebrities in that kitchen, John. Wendy did very, very well on her mains. She was quite disappointed about her desserts, but I was very impressed with her in that kitchen.
I would have wished for at least 1 pudding order, but you know, I've given it everything that I can, really.
Joe starts off with such promise, and then things start to fly all over the kitchen, and the next thing you know, we're in complete turmoil.
But he did sell those chicken noodles. He did well with that, John.
They like those, and that's a dish I invented myself, so that's a good feeling.
Ian didn't sell any of his desserts whatsoever, sold hardly any of his goujons, but he got his food up very, very well indeed.
All in all, a bit disappointed. I thought it would appeal to him, but I was wrong.
If I had a bet on anybody today doing very well in this round, it was going to be Showdown. She's got a son she cooks for. Today, somehow or other, she got it really wrong.
I put a lot of love into my food. A lot of love. And the children didn't choose the shepherd's pie, so it made me a bit sad.
I think you've got to applaud Yuan. Fish, chips and beans was an absolute triumph.
That's the first time anything's gone wrong for me under pressure. And I pulled it out the bag, so there's no reason why I can't go through. There's no reason.
Jane, from only selling 1 main course and looking like she was going to burst into tears, sold 19 chocolate banana sundaes. I mean, that was quite fabulous.
It's really stressful, but I did it, even though I thought I couldn't. So I was really glad for that.
We have got 1 more round to go. We are beginning to get the measure of our celebrity cooks. 1 more round, John, and we have to dismiss 2 of them.
With 2 tests behind them, the celebrities now face their final round.
Welcome back to the MasterChef kitchen. Staying with the theme of comfort food, we want 4 portions of a roast dinner and 4 puddings. At the end of this, we will be dismissing 2 of you from the competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 hour and 40 minutes. Let's cook.
After her classic menu failed to impress at the school, Shobna's going all out on her roast.
I'm naturally so chilled out I might look as though I might want to fall over, but inside it's all going off. Believe me. I'm doing an ethnically inspired British roast. It's got Palestinian, Middle Eastern spices in it.
Good. And pudding?
It's Kranikan, because I love it.
Do you understand that my learned friend here next to me, his favourite dessert in the world is Kranikan?
Oh my goodness.
Shobna's sumac spice chicken followed by classic Kranikan. Love the idea. Does she have enough time to deliver with real style? You have had 20 minutes already. 20 minutes gone.
After mixed results in the last 2 rounds, can Jane keep her confidence going?
My head is the problem. If I just go with my heart and cook as best I can, then I'll be fine. If I start thinking about it, I'm going to have a pizza meltdown situation.
Can you tell us what you're going to cook for us today, please?
I'm doing traditional roast beef with sweet potato mash, roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings and little baby carrots.
Where does the sweet potato fit in amongst that otherwise traditional dish?
I like it, and I always do it. It might not work, it might work. It's just in there in case at the end I feel like it needs something. Pudding is chocolate raspberry mousse.
And what do you think you need to do today to progress?
Just cook in the way I love to cook, from my heart.
Jane's roast beef, roast potatoes, all the veg, absolutely love it. But can she get the balance right? You've had 45 minutes, you've got under an hour to go.
Ian had a disappointing result at the school, so he needs to repeat his pizza success.
I can't say yes, if I'm out the next round, oh well, it was such a great time and a wonderful experience. I'll hate it.
Ian, you still look calm?
Yes, deceptive, but calm on the outside.
What are you cooking for us?
Rump of lamb, field mushrooms, fine beans, and Yorkshire puds. And a sort of brownie cake with butterscotch cream sauce.
Is a roast dinner without roast potatoes like fish and chips without chips?
Without chips? No. Well, see what you think. See what you think.
From the man who loves classic British cookery, we have from Ian lamb on a flat mushroom with no roast potatoes. That man is taking a huge risk.
You're over halfway. You've had 55 minutes.
I need to bring my main course dishes up to the standard of my puddings. That's my aim. But who knows, a pudding could go disastrously wrong.
What are you cooking for us?
I'm cooking roast fillet of pork, stuffed and then wrapped in bacon. Roast potatoes, spiced red cabbage, leeks and cheese sauce, baby carrots and green beans with a cranberry gravy.
My God. Is there any flavour you haven't stuck in there?
No.
I need to know what your pudding is.
My pudding is Irish cream tiramisu, so it's sort of a twist on the normal tiramisu.
Will the main be as good as your pud?
I hope so. That's what I'm really out for today.
Wendy is pushing herself so hard, she's attempting about 19 different things on a plate. There is so much going on those plates, we'll be able to taste the different ingredients. You've got just 30 minutes left. 30 minutes.
Joe did well at the school, but he needs an absolute winner to survive his earlier pizza disaster.
The stakes are raised because the chefs around you, they're all really good cooks, you know. At the moment, I'm terrified.
What exactly are you doing for us, Joe?
I'm doing a saddle of lamb, which is stuffed with spinach and garlic, like kind of ricotta cheese and things like that. Some roast potatoes, some roasted vegetables, and apple and blackberry crumble.
Will you go through?
If it's about flavours and about comfort, I've got as good a chance as anybody.
Joe's cooking roast saddle lamb filled with spinach and mushrooms, lots and lots of vegetables, and nothing is flying around the kitchen yet. I'm sure it's only a matter of time. You got just 20 minutes.
Yuan's inexperience almost sabotaged his food earlier. He now needs to prove he can cope with the competition at this level.
All I can do to secure my place is just cook my heart out. Just do the best that I can do. Keep calm. Pressure's there to get the best out of you, not to make you crumble. But I am making a crumble in the semi-final and I hope it tastes nice.
What are your two dishes?
I'm doing a rack of lamb with roasted vegetables, including fennel, and I'm doing an autumn fruit crumble for dessert.
How have you done so far?
I think if you were to look at me from round one, I'm a different man completely. I think I have improved a lot. But this is the semi-finals. If you win today, it doesn't really mean anything. It's about winning the final. That's what matters.
Hey, that's competitive.
A rack of lamb with some asparagus and some roast potatoes. Nice idea. It's going to need a great sauce to hold that together.
But he's going to serve it with asparagus and fennel. Now, fennel is sharp, aniseed flavour. Can he really make that work with a traditional roast dinner?
You've got just 2 minutes to get your food on your plates. 2 minutes. Finishing touches, please.
That's it. Step away. End of time.
Will Wendy's stuffed fillet of pork with potatoes, cranberry sauce and cheesy leeks and a dessert of Irish cream tiramisu be enough to get her through to the next round?
Considering how many different ingredients are on that plate, everything is defined and it stands alone as a single flavour. I think that's very, very impressive.
I really like this. I really like this. Those flavours are very good. It tastes every bit as good as it looks. You have worked extremely hard and it has paid off.
Moving on to your Irish cream tiramisu.
First of all, it's coffee, deep espresso coffee. Then it gets sweeter, almost caramel, and then you get that lovely liqueur Irish cream. You are hitting all the flavour buttons for me, all of them. I would quite happily take my shoes off and go for a paddle in it.
I feel like I'm having a solid cup of coffee with Irish cream on top of that. And I felt the dessert could probably be a little bit better considering your skill as a pudding cook.
Shobna is looking to impress with a Middle Eastern spiced roast chicken with mustard seed snow peas, salad and sweet potatoes, followed by the Scottish classic Cranachan.
Sweet potato, I like. The sumac citrus, I like. The chicken is moist, but there is one dip.
What's that?
Is the mustard seeds make it quite harsh, quite bitter.
I do like the combination of the chicken and the sweet potato. The mustard seeds are starting to become very, very harsh and scratchy on my throat. And I think that those mustard seeds are too bitter and too harsh to actually make the whole thing come together as one. The only flavour I've got left is bitterness in my mouth.
Oh, that's a shame.
This is the Scottish Cranachan.
Yes.
Very nearly. You have the sharpness and the sweetness of the raspberry. You definitely have the undercurrent of heat of whiskey. You can taste the lovely honey in there, but there aren't enough oats.
For me, it needs more body. It's a little bit creamy. It's a little bit sort of like raspberries and cream with a bit of sugar and sweetness from the honey. And it needs to be a bit more gutsy and a bit more lively.
Joe has made a roast saddle of lamb stuffed with spinach and garlic, roasted swedes, potatoes and honey glazed carrots, followed by a cinnamon, apple and blackberry crumble and pouring cream.
The lamb is cooked beautifully. I like the little chunks of roast veg with the richness of the rosemary. It's just a little bit too sweet for me. The lamb is fighting to survive amongst the sweetness of the carrots and all that sweet honey on the outside of them.
Textures are wonderful, and some of the undercurrents of flavours are lovely, but the honey in there is too much.
Yeah, I put too much on, yeah.
From your saddle of lamb to your apple and blackberry crumble. Lots and lots of cinnamon in there, lots of brown sugar, the sweetness of apple, the sourness that goes with the berries. It's all a bit dry. There's not enough fruit in the bottom of it to take up that big piece of crumble that's sitting on top.
Yeah.
There's the warmth and comfort of cinnamon, and then there's real spice and sharpness coming from those fruits. But there's not enough fruit for the amount of heavy topping you've got.
Can Jane's roast beef with Yorkshire puddings, cabbage, carrots, sweet potato mash and a handmade horseradish cream, followed by a raspberry chocolate mousse, secure her place.
Very, very good Yorkshire puddings. Very, very good Yorkshire puddings. Your beef is lovely and soft. But for me, the star of the whole dish is that wonderful horseradish cream holding the whole thing together.
I've surprised myself here. I really enjoy that sweet potato against the deep beefiness and the heat of that horseradish. Really enjoy it. Love the crispiness on the potatoes. They're soft inside, and your Yorkshire puddings are nice and light. There's some good cooking going on there.
Good.
From roast beef to chocolate and raspberry pots.
That's the most messy one.
Just elevate it to a sense of elegance. It's a quick hit of solid, sweet, dark, rich chocolate with the sourness of the raspberries in the background, and I like it.
You have sweetness and sharpness of raspberry and a more mellow, yet cocoa-rich chocolate. Very, very good indeed.
Thank you.
Ian has made roast rump of lamb resting on a field mushroom with Yorkshire pudding, fine beans and gravy, followed by a flourless chocolate brownie with butterscotch sauce.
I think your lamb is beautifully soft and cooked pink, absolutely tender and lovely. Your Yorkshire puddings are light and delightful. And the mushroom I don't like in there. Okay. It's not a taste or a texture I can associate with a roast dinner.
Ian, you're about to divide the judges. I actually really like that rich earthiness of that mushroom sitting underneath with all the juice that's come out of that lamb as it's being cooked, and there's that hint of thyme that just gives it a little bit of sharpness. I think the lamb is cooked beautifully, and I think your Yorkshire puddings are prize-winning. I'm still wanting a roast potato.
Now we've got your flourless chocolate brownie with a butterscotch sauce. I have a real sweet tooth. That is too rich, too sweet. It needs either something firm, some body, or it desperately needs some cream. Too much sweet and sticky even for me.
It's like the Clash of the Titans. It's this sort of big, you know, sweet, rich sauce and this big, sweet, dark chocolate brownie coming together. It just needs something else to help it on its way.
I'm still not getting it right, and that's a bit of a worry for me.
Yuan has made roast rack of lamb on a bed of asparagus and courgettes with roast potatoes, carrots, parsnips and fennel and a white wine sauce. For dessert, he's made an apple and blackberry fruit crumble with whipped cream.
Parsnip very sweet, that's fine. Then you've got this big wash of fennel, and you've got quite a bit of rosemary, and they won't blend. They won't blend. It's an unusual, not very successful amalgamation of flavours.
Beautifully cooked lamb with that wonderful sweet roasted parsnip and fantastic roast potatoes. Then it flies off into somewhere it doesn't need to go. The white wine sauce is too harsh for the lamb, the fennel's too strong, the carrots aren't cooked enough, and the courgettes and the asparagus are just too rich to go with the rest of it. I like one half, really like it. The other half I can't quite get to grips with.
Let's have a look at this fruit crumble. Nice balance of sweet and sharp. I would happily polish the lot off. I think that is a successful pudding.
Thank you.
I like the sharpness of the fruit that sits underneath, especially in all the juice that's there. But for me, that crumble needs to be more crispy and held together that little bit more so that it has a bit of crunch to it. It's a little bit powdery. MasterChef semi-final, and the fact is that 2 of you are going home. Greg and I are going to sit on the sofa, and when we've made our decision, we're going to call you back in. Thank you very much. This has been one tough semi-final. We have 6 great cooks, but now we have to whittle it down to just 4. Who stays, who goes?
I didn't think it was possible that Wendy could blend cheesy leeks, spicy red cabbage, pork and bacon and a mushroom stuffing, but she did.
She's worked herself very, very hard. She had the most complicated plate of food with the most ingredients, all of it cooked very, very well. Wow, what a dish. She's got it.
I couldn't have really given it any more. I really couldn't. I came out absolutely shattered.
I'd like to wave a flag for Jane because I really liked her beef. It had lovely horseradish. The vegetables were cooked very well. She had excellently light Yorkshire pudding. I think the girl has built up a head of steam and I'd like to see her keep on going.
If Jane keeps on getting better, she'd go a long way in this competition.
Well, we've got Wendy and we've got Jane in.
So the other 4 now, who has made the most mistakes? Who will get better? Who has the potential?
I think Joe's a little bit off the pace. He had to shine today. We thought this was his sort of food. He didn't shine today.
The crumble should have been a great thing. It should have been moist with fruit, a lovely crumbly topping. It wasn't. But Joe's one saving grace is he knows what he's doing wrong.
He does understand big flavour, John. He really does.
I think there's some very, very good cooks here, and I think I'm probably the one of 3 candidates to go today.
Showdown decided today to take a risk, and with all those flavours on the plate, we also had a huge amount of bitter mustard seeds, and that was the flavour that we were both left with.
She just wants to be a little different. I understand that. She wants to show off with her food. What does scare me is it can go wrong. It often does. It's whether we're prepared to take a risk.
It's a very difficult thing. You think, have I done enough? And you've tried your best. And what if your best isn't good enough? Do you know what I mean? Those questions just go round and round in your head.
I'm disappointed, Ian, because we give him the opportunity to do an absolute British classic, and what does he do? He serves it on top of a flat mushroom.
I like that lamb with the earthy mushroom. I really like that Yorkshire pudding. And the chocolate and caramel cake, it just needed a big blob of whipped cream and it would have been fantastic.
I'm having serious doubts whether I could get through on what I've just produced.
We know that Yuan's inexperienced, and I can say the inexperience showed today in that main course.
Yuan's roast dinner today was bordering on a disaster because we had raw carrots, we had fennel and asparagus that just didn't deserve to be there. His crumble, however, was nicely flavoured. I like that.
There are little touches that just show a cook in the making. It's just whether he can get there fast enough.
Up to now, I've been really quite confident that I've got a good chance of going through, but now I really don't think I'm going to get through.
OK, who are we going to keep and who is going home? Wendy, we want to see you cook again. You're staying.
Thank you.
Jane, you're staying with us. Ian, you're staying in the competition. Congratulations. Thank you. Joe? Sorry, you're leaving us. Thank you.
Disappointed, definitely. It's the end of a road. And, you know, these things happen for a reason. It's fair. I can't complain.
So that leaves us, Yuan or Showdown. Yuan, you're staying. Congratulations. Sorry, Showdown.
It's okay.
It's been tough. It's quite a pressured scenario, and I'm disappointed, really. But that's okay. I'm not going to change the way I cook.
I kid you not, that was worse than the Olympic final. An Olympic final lining up in front of 100,000 is nothing compared to that.
Really, really pleased, shattered, absolutely shattered. And I think we're all sort of very emotionally drained, but just really happy.
Feeling like really scared now because it's like really proper serious. And yeah, brilliant.
Squeaky
You're
bit.
like a kid.
I'm down to the last 4 in a MasterChef competition. Can you believe that?
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You are about to embark upon the journey of a lifetime. Good luck.
Start the table again.
Next time, the gloves come off and the stakes get higher as the semi-finalists must raise their game in a professional kitchen. And there's no room for failure as they prepare a prestigious society dinner.
Squid with chorizo. How lovely.
Does anyone know how the cooker works?
Who can cope with the pressure in the battle to become Celebrity MasterChef?
Come on, send them.
Dinner will now be served.